You are welcome, guys, and I'm super excited to have you here. I'm very, very happy you're here, and I want to promise you that being here, you're going to get the value for your time. Welcome to this free training. I just want you to give me some minutes. I want to show you some things you need to understand about Facebook ads, and I'm going to be very, very quick with this, and you're going to be working out from here with so much value. All right, so before we go into this, I want you to get a pen and a paper. I want you to get a pen and a paper because not everything I'm going to be saying is going to be on this slide. So I want you to get a pen and a paper so that you can just follow through and jot down some of the key things I'm going to say that are going to give you a whole lot of value when you're trying to run your Facebook ads. All right, so who's this guy talking to you? My name is Lex Olowo, and I'm a professional digital marketer. I've been doing this for a while. I help people generate leads. I have helped so many businesses generate leads. I've also handled numerous website projects. So coming from me, I think that I'm in a very good place to show you what I'm about to show you now, because I'm somebody that has been doing this for a while. All right, so what have I done? I teach courses. I've worked with so many computer institutes where I teach the digital marketing course. I've also sold so many online courses, online programs, various courses in different areas of digital marketing: Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and building of sales funnels and the rest. So these are some of the results I've gotten from Facebook ads. So you can look at this AdSense here. In this first one up here, you would see where we spent. I did an ad where I spent about 8,000 naira. Now I spent 8,000 naira the first day. I spent 12,000 naira on another ad set, and these are the results from that. This is a screenshot from the website that gave the results of this particular one up here. So you will see, so on the first day we had about 82 sales leading to 119,000 naira, and that was a very minimal product. The product was going for between 1,400 and 1,200 thereabout. So we also had 192 sales that month, and a total number of sales of 218. That 218 was within the space of about 12 days. Within the space of about 12 days for that product, because we were not even running ads every day. So that's on that. So you can even look at, if you come here too, you would see another set of campaigns. These are some different ad sets done for. So you can see this one where we ran this ad. It was a conversion ad. It was each ad sent was costing about 86 naira. So, and each conversion was costing about 86 naira. So we're doing 24,000 naira to get about 3 million naira. You see this one where it's 69,000 naira to get about 1 million naira, and you can see this one where it's 12,000 naira to get about 300,000 naira. So so many ads giving different type of results depending on what we are using them to sell. All right, so before running any Facebook ad, there are some things you need to understand. Very important. So I want to quickly talk about these things that you need to understand before you venture into running Facebook ads. Even before buying any course or anything on Facebook ads, you need to understand these things I want to talk about. So the first thing you need to understand is your goal. What's your goal? At the end of the time you have run your ads, what do you intend to achieve? Are you trying to get more customers? Are you trying to get leads? Are you trying to get website visits? So every time you want to run an ad, let this goal be very clear. The goal has to be clear so that at the end of the time you will be able to measure the return on your investment. All right. So the second thing you need to be very sure about is, who are your targets? Now, there's no products for everybody. You need to understand this. There's no products for everybody. So using some tools, you could very well understand the targets. So there are some tools I'm still going to show you later inside the course where you're going to be able to understand how to know the actual people that are the targets for your products and your service, the people that can pay for them. So another thing is, how much does it cost to acquire a customer? Yes, you need to know how much it costs to acquire a customer and how much is a customer worth. So, how much does it cost to acquire a customer has to do with you understanding how much it's going to cost you to convert one sale. Now, if you are selling a product, for example, you're selling a product for 10,000 naira and you are spending 10,000 naira to acquire one customer, you are already losing money. So you need to understand how much it is going to cost you to acquire a customer, and you also need to understand how much is that customer worth. Now, the worth of your customer is you calculating how much you have spent. So how much you've spent on ad, how much you've spent on cost of production if it's a product where you need to produce. So all these things being calculated for you to know the worth of the customer. So if a customer comes in, if this ad eventually converts, how much are we going to be talking about? How much is going to roll in? These numbers are numbers that you need to understand. And in the course, I'm going to show you how to calculate these numbers and be sure that you are doing the right thing. All right. So another thing you need to understand is when setting up your ad, you must understand the best ad objective to use. What's the best ad objective for what you are trying to do? So we have various type of ad objectives. We have the traffic, we have the lead generation, we have the video views, we have the messaging, we have the conversion, we have the so there's so many of them. So you need to understand the best one for what you want to put out. So all these objectives gives different results. So depending on what you want to do, you would want to be sure which one can give you that result. So if you are trying to get social media awareness, you just want people to be talking about your product, what is the ad objective for you? You want people to buy a particular product, what is the ad objective for you? You want people to follow you on Instagram, what is the ad objective for you? You want people to visit your website and click a button, what is the ad objective for you? So you need to understand the ad objective, the specific ad objective that will give you that perfect result. I'm going to be showing you this in the course. All right. Another thing again is, what is the copywriting formula you intend to use? How do you intend to structure your writing in such a way that it's going to convert? Now, one secret I must tell you is that the better the copy, the less you spend on the ad. Yeah, so if you have a very good copywriting setup and it's something that people are already clicking through and already interested, the average amount you're going to spend to convert one person is going to be less. That's one of the major reasons why your copy must be very, 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 very strong. All right, so in the course, we're going to be showing you how to peep on your competitors and see how they are setting up their copies. We're also going to show you how to structure out a very sweet copywriting technique that's going to help you run your ads. I'm going to show you all that in this course. All right. Now, another thing you need to be very, very sure of is, what is your follow-up plan? What's your follow-up plan? So now it's one thing to get the traffic, it's one thing to get the people, it's one thing to get the whole awareness, is one thing to get a whole lot of people talking about your product and service. It's another thing to be able to follow them up to convert. So there are various methods you want to use to follow up people. So you could use retargeting ads, you could use an automated mailing sequence, you could use WhatsApp, you could use calls. So which in the course I'm going to be telling you which of these is most effective and in what cases do you need to use which and which works best. So I'm going to be showing you all that. So it's very important that you know you have a follow-up plan. The money is in the follow-up. So it's very, very important that you have a follow-up plan. So I'm going to be showing you all this, how you can structure out your follow-up plan after getting the very good conversions from your ads. How do you follow them up? How do you make them buy? Not just buy, how do you make them buy again and again? How do you convert them to recurring customers? So this is very, very important. All right, so
now this is Facebook. Now when you come to Facebook, what you notice is you're actually here to see content. People come to Facebook to see content from their friends, their family. They come to catch up with their loved ones. And in recent times, people come here to see who don't make them for life, right? People come here to see all these kind of things, right? So there is a lot we can get to achieve from Facebook. And now, when you come, you see posts of these people that you have, are your friends and family, right? You see different posts from them. So we see posts from people that are targeting us, right? These are brands. If you look at this right corner, you can see sponsored, right? How do these people get to do this kind of stuff? And what is the result they can get from that, right? Look at this. This is Showmax Nigeria targeting me with a ad, right? So you can pay to get more people to see your content on Facebook. That's simply what a sponsored ad is. Paying to get more eyeballs on your offer. Paying Facebook to get your offer to a targeted people. Now, the sweet thing about Facebook ad is that you can target people based on so many things. You can target them based on their location. You can target them based on their demographics. You can target them based on their interests, right? So before I go details into Facebook ads and what Facebook ads can do for your business in 2022 and beyond, I want to quickly show you something, right? Let's go to a website called internetlifestyles.com. Now, this website, internetlifestyles.com, records numbers of internet activities. So basically, it's a statistics of what is happening on the internet space. Now, worldwide, we currently have about 5.4 billion internet users, right? Of the 5.4 billion people that are using the internet, it is so shocking that out of 5.4 billion using the internet, Facebook alone has 3.3 billion active users. This is over 50%. So over 50% of everybody using the internet has a Facebook account and is active, right? So these active users, we're not talking about people that just open the account and it's dormant and they don't really open it. Active users, Facebook has about 3.3 billion people. So now imagine you being able to push out a product and you have a potential 3.3 billion people to see it if you target right? So there are so many other figures you can see on this website, number of YouTube videos that have been watched today, number of Google searches. That's not our focus for this class. I just wanted to show you the number of active users that Facebook has. Hence, Facebook ad is very, very, very important and very lucrative at this time, right? All right, so this is Facebook. Now, Facebook is a wonderful place to be for marketers. Now, before I go into ads, I want to quickly give you some explanation, some breakdown, so that we get to understand some things. You see, for anybody that is a marketer that is selling something, Facebook is a marketplace. Facebook is not a place for you to go to waste all the time you have in the day to start watching videos, comedy, and everything. Of course, you can do that when you want to entertain yourself. But the number one thing you should have at the back of your mind as a salesperson is that Facebook is your market. Now, take for example, you are we all understand now that wherever people are gathered, it's the same reason why people go and sell at a junction, a very crowded junction, is the same reason why people are selling on Facebook. So wherever place that so many people can gather at once is a very good place to sell something. It's a marketplace. It can be converted into a marketplace. As long as so many eyeballs can see your offer, then you have the probability to get sales. So whenever you're on Facebook, you should look at it as a marketplace that you can put your billboard. So let's say your designs can be likened to billboards. Now, the good thing about these billboards you are putting out there is that you can target these billboards to the kind of people that you want to attract. So let's say, for example, I did an ad and I'm trying to attract people that are interested in sales, people that are interested in selling. I cannot just write the words that will catch them. I can also write the words that will interest them. And I can also target them. So Facebook has up to 2 million data points on every single user. Imagine that. So Facebook knows 2 million things about your potential customers that they can use to make your ads better. So things like the kind of posts they would click at if they see it, the kind of people they follow, the kind of things that they spend time watching. So this is one of the main reasons why social media generally, not just Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, are becoming very, very addictive. They are becoming very, very addictive because these platforms know the kind of content that you always want to consume. And the algorithm of these platforms serve you this content so that they keep you on the platform. So this is the same reason why your advert is going to work if you get your targeting right. If you get your targeting right, you're going to be reaching the exact type of people that you want to reach. All right. So for this class, I know some of us might be advanced. We have done Facebook ads before, but for this class, I'm going to be starting from scratch. I'm going to assume that you know nothing about Facebook ads, and I'm going to take it from scratch. So let's assume that you have never done an ad on Facebook. So we're going to get to the point of making the ads effective. But let's even talk about creating the ads at first. So let's assume you know nothing about Facebook ads. You have never run an ad. So the first thing you want to do is to create a Facebook page. Every advert runs on a page. So the first thing you want to do is create a Facebook page. So how do you create a Facebook page? I'm not going to go in depth into that. I'm just going to scratch that. But this is how you create a Facebook page. All you have to do is come to, please look at my screen. All you have to do is come here, where you see this menu box, and you go straight to where you see page. You go straight to where you see page. Now, if you click on page, if you had a page before, the pages you had are the ones that will show up here. But if you never had one, so let's say you never had a page, so you click here and you see page. So if you never had a page, you can come here and click on create new page. So create new page and you follow the steps and you have a page. That's as simple as that. So that's how to create a Facebook page. All right. So the next thing you want to do after creating your Facebook page is to understand how to deposit money into the ad account. So I'm going to spend some time here talking about why it is important to get your payment method right. So Facebook has two major types of payment method, and I'm going to show you. So the first thing you want to do is to come to, so to deposit money into your ad account, the first thing you want to do is to come to this same menu box, then scroll down to where you see ad. Scroll down to where you see ad. So if you have never run a Facebook ad before, this is what your ad account looks like. Your ad account looks like something like this. And many people come here and start running ads. So they click on this, click new, create new ad to get, so this is not where to run your ads. So you have to come down here and click on this, go to ad manager, so that you can get access to the Facebook ad manager. So if you click on go to ad manager, so your ad area opens up like this. Your ad area opens up like this. So if you have never run an ad, you would not have all these numbers showing on your own screen. You're not going to have all this. So these are some of the ads I am currently running right now. That's why you can see this on my screen. So to get started, to deposit money into your ad manager account, all you have to do is come to this toolbox, all tools. Please call back my attention if I'm too fast. All you have to do is come to this all tools and click on billing. Billing. So you click on billing. So once you click on billing, you can now click on payment settings. Payment settings. Payment settings. Then you can now make payments. So you can now make payments. So now, if you look at this account, because I've been using it for a while, I have some funds in it. I have about 3,000 naira in it. And the last deposit I made, the last deposit I made was 10,750 naira. So if I want to add a new payment, so all I have to do is come here and say add funds. Now, if you have never run an ad, you would not see this up top part. Rather, you will see where you say add payment method. So if you click on the payment method, it shows you 3 different forms. For some accounts, it will show you 2. Some, it shows you 3 different methods. For mine, it's showing me 3 different methods. So I can pay with my debit card, I can pay with my Naira MasterCard, and I can pay with my ad credit. So any of these 3 can help me make the payments. Now, among these 3, this is the preferable one to use. Please listen to me and listen well. The best, if you're a Nigerian, the best payment method to use is the Naira payment with MasterCard. It is the best to use because the card payment works very well, but some banks, their cards are rejected. And even a bank that is working now, tomorrow or next tomorrow, you can hear they are having issues. You cannot make payment with that particular card. So it is always advisable for you to go for the Naira payment with MasterCard or Visa card. All right. So all you have to do is click on next here. So here you decide the amount of money you want to deposit into the ad account. So let me go with that. So let's say I'm depositing.
Sorry, hello, sir. Is there a minimum amount we must click or any amount you want from the card, sir?
Yeah, any amount you want can be paid. There's no minimum amount.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but I would advise that whenever you're trying to run an ad, you should not have a budget below 10,000 naira for any ad. We'll come to that. We'll come to talking about making ads effective. All right. So once you have done that, you click on continue. There's going to be a pop-up that comes up here. So a pop-up comes up here, and this is where you add your card details. This is where you add your card details. You add your card number and your card name. Now, I want to advise you, please and please and please, try to use a card that is carrying the name of the Facebook account. Something as small as this can make your ad account be blocked. So don't use every single person's card. I remember when I just started Facebook ads, I can borrow a card from a friend and say, please let me use your card and make payment to Facebook. And the next thing, my ad account. So for any account that uses 2 different cards, that account stands the chance of getting blocked. Because Facebook is going to suspect that there's a fraudulent practice going on here, that maybe you found somebody's card on the floor, or maybe you stole somebody's card and you used it to run an ad. So they do that sometimes for security reasons. So it is advisable to use only one card for one account. And if peradventure you must use two cards, both cards must carry the same name. I don't know if that was clear. All right. So the next thing you want to do is add your card details, add every other thing you need, and make payment. So I don't need to go into that. Most of us here know what our card number is. So the card number is that long one that is in front of the card. Then the holder's name is the name that's on the card. Then there is a date on the card. Then if you flip the card to the back, there is something called a CVV. A CVV. So you're also going to add that after you fill the first set part. So those are the things you need to do to get that, to get your deposit into your ad account. All right. So I've been able to show us how to deposit money into our ad account. So let's go into the next part. So the next part of what we're going to be looking at now is our ad objectives. Our ad objectives. So at this point, please, if you have a pen, you have a jotter, please, you could take notes of some of the things I'm going to be saying in this part. You might need it when you are trying to make a decision on the best type of advert you should be running. So let's go. All right. So when it comes to Facebook ad, there are 13 different types of ad creatives. There are 13 objectives here. So any of these 13 you can use, but it is best that you use only 5. There are 5 ad objectives that I've used and have always given me good results. And I'm recommending only these 5 for you to use. All right, so let's go. So we have brand awareness, reach, traffic engagement, app install, video views, lead generation, messaging, conversion, catalog, and store traffic. So all these ad objectives are not really useful. So the only 5, okay, let me say 6, the only 6 that I would permit you to use, and I'm going to tell you when best to use them. I'm going to tell you the best time to use any of these objectives. So the first one is traffic. The traffic ad is an ad that takes people out of, the traffic objective is an objective that drives people out of Facebook to a different location. So if you are doing Facebook ad and your intention is to take people to a landing page, a website, WhatsApp, then you can use traffic. You can use the traffic objective. But I will advise you not to use the traffic objective, except whenever you want to run an ad that you cannot install the Facebook pixel. All right. So what's a Facebook pixel? A Facebook pixel is a piece of code we embed on a landing page to help our ad do better, to help us get better results from our ad. So this piece of code sends data to our Facebook ad account, ad manager account. I'm going to show you in another class. I'm going to show you how that works. Many of us here have gone to a website, wanted to buy something, and we eventually did not buy that thing. But coincidentally, you discover that that advert keeps following you everywhere you're going. The advert, you keep seeing that same advert, you keep seeing that same advert. So that is done with something called a Facebook pixel. So I'm going to show you how to do that when we are talking about the conversion, how to make ads effective. All right, so the traffic ad is good to use, but if you can install Facebook pixel, use conversion ads instead of traffic. They are the same. So A traffic ad and a conversion ad are the same thing. Now, the only difference between two of them is that the conversion ad tracks valuable actions. Valuable actions that people are taking on your website, your landing page, your app. That's what the conversion ad tracks. The conversion ad is more costly, but is more effective than the traffic ad, gives you better result than the traffic ad. All right, so let's go. So the next one is engagement. The engagement ad is a very nice type of ad, but you cannot use it when you are trying to sell. So to get massive engagement, you see, people like social proof. So the only reason why you should use the engagement type of ad is when you are trying to get social proof. People are more attracted to where they are seeing plenty likes and comments. Where they are seeing other people liking and commenting, they are more likely to look at that content. But you see, you cannot take likes and comments to the bank. That is why you want to be very careful if you are using the engagement type of ad. So the only time you are permitted to use the engagement objective is when you are trying to get people to like and comment on a content that you're putting out there. All right, so the next one I'm going to talk about is video views. Video views. Video views is a wonderful type of ad. You would agree with me that, okay, how many of you here, if I tell you that I want to pass a piece of information to you, then I tell you that I want you can either get this information from reading a book or watching a video. Which are you going to follow? Somebody should reply to that. Which are you going to follow? Read a book or watch a video? Wow.
Video.
Okay, most times you would want to watch the video, right? So it's important for us to understand that video views is a wonderful type of ad, and many people want to consume video content. All right. So the next one is lead generation. The lead generation type of ad is the second best to conversions. So conversion basically is the best type of ad you can run on Facebook. Your conversion ads, they are the best type of ad you can run on Facebook. Lead generation is the second best. Now, this is why the lead generation is the second best. The lead generation ad, what it does is it gets you leads. So what are leads? For those of us that don't understand what leads are people that have shown interest in your offer. People that have taken a first step into your process are called leads. So somebody has given you their contact details, their email address, somebody has clicked on your page, so all those people, we call them leads, people that have shown interest. All right, so the lead generation ad, what it does for you is it can help you get direct phone calls. From your advert, it's going to be looking for people that are most likely to call you or people that are most likely to fill a form. So you put a form out there for maybe a free webinar or a free consultation section with your business and all that. The lead generation ad works very, very well. It works like crazy. I've used it so many times and the results are always very, very good, especially when your offer is well drafted and carefully stated. All right, so that's for the lead generation ad. So the next one is the messaging ad. The messaging ad. All right. So this ad objective is sweet. So recently it became very, very powerful because right now so many people are buying stuff on Instagram. I used to be somebody that I run so many ads for myself, but I have never really made, not until last year, I have never really paid attention to selling on Instagram. Then I got a client and she sells, she has a fashion brand and she sells wares. Then we had to focus on Instagram for her because of all the things that she do. And the sales she was making blew my mind. Before I started that campaign, I never thought she could make those kind of money on Instagram. So the messaging ad works very, very well for when you are trying to get people to message you on Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp. Works very, very well. So one of the ads objectives I'm going to show you how to get massive results from is using Instagram and using the messaging ad. I'm going to show you all that. All right. Then the last but the best is the conversion ad. See, I cannot overemphasize why the conversion ad is a magic worker. If your offer is nice, what the conversion ad does is that it goes out there and look for customers for you. Let me put it that way. It goes and look for people that are most likely to click on a particular action, to take a particular action on your website or your landing page. Actions like buy now, actions like register, actions like get the offer. So the conversion ad, even actions like people to initiate checkout, add to cart, all those things. That's the job of the conversion ad. And I'm going to advise you that most of your ad budget should be going on conversion ads. All right. So we're going to take time to look at that in depth. All right. So let's go. So for the first example, I'm going to be showing us how to set up a traffic ad. And I'm going to be very, very fast with this. Please call back my attention if there's anything you don't understand why we roll. If there's anything you don't understand why we roll, just call back my attention. I would gladly answer you. All right. Sorry, please. I'm trying to. All right, so let's go. So the traffic ad objective. So let's go into it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is name your campaign. So naming your campaign is not that important, but it's important for you so that you can track the ad. So you are the only one that sees this, but if you are running so many ads, you want to be able to differentiate which is which. So that's the reason why you should name the campaign. All right. So that's the first thing you do. All right. So the next thing you want to do after that is to click on next. And we are here. So on this part here, where you see traffic, it's asking you, where do you want to drive the traffic to? Are you sending them to WhatsApp? Are you sending them to Messenger? Or are you sending them to your own app? Or you are sending them to a website? So for us, we're going to be using website because we're trying to direct them to maybe a landing page or so. So as long as the place you are taking them to has a URL, use website. Even if it's WhatsApp, but if you have the WhatsApp link, you have a page or that link, the group link or whatever, use website. All right. So that's so the next part is the budgeting. So we have two types of budget. We have the daily budget and the lifetime budget. So you want to be able to use any of this method to get started. So daily budget, lifetime budget, any of the two works perfectly. So you can use any of them. So let's put daily budget. So So the difference between the daily budget.
Hello, sir. I wanted to ask, what's the difference between daily and lifetime, please?
All right. So the difference between the daily budget and the lifetime budget is that the daily budget, a fixed amount that you put is what you are going to be spending every day on that ad. And the daily budget ad does not stop until you off the ad or you exhaust the money in your ad account. So the ad does not stop until you exhaust the money in your ad account. Then the lifetime budget, you have a start date and an end date. So for the lifetime budget, so let's say, for example, I want to use 70,000 naira. I'll put in 70,000 naira, then I'll say, I want this 70,000 naira to run from the 1st of June to the 24th of June. So the duration, the life duration of that ad is between that period of time. So that's the difference between the daily budget and the lifetime budget. Now, if you are using the lifetime budget, some people feel like it saves them more money. But one thing that is very important to know is that Facebook would manage your money for you, which means your ad will not be showing to so many people. So it's best if you don't have a big budget, you should be using the daily budget. So as your money comes in, you put it into the ad and you roll it back and roll it back. All right. Well, if you have a massive budget that you are using, you can deposit all that money into Facebook and you can now run with a lifetime budget. But I must warn you, Mark Zuckerberg does not return money. Any money you deposit into your Facebook ad account, you must use it to run ads. Your money cannot be returned. So let's say, for example, you deposited 50,000 naira. Maybe you wanted to deposit 5,000 naira. You went to go and write 50,000 naira. The money cannot be refunded. So the only thing you can do is use it to run ads for someone else, but you must spend that money inside that ad account. You cannot even transfer the money from one ad account to another ad account. You must spend that money there. All right.
Sorry, sir. A quick question. What if, like you mentioned, what if they block that account? How would you? There won't be refund.
There won't be refund.
So someone has to be very careful now. Wow.
So it's best that the amount that you're trying to use daily is what you put into the ad account, or maybe 2 days or 3 days. Are we together? So it's best you do it that way. Or
yes, sir.
You can also connect the, I don't want to advise you use that method, connecting it to your credit card so that whenever you run ads, then later they will deduct the money. But I've had issues with that method too. So the best method is whatever ad you want to run, you deposit the money and you get what you want. All right. Any other question before we move ahead? Okay. Let's go. All right. So that's that on budget. That's that on budget. So after you have deposited your money, you can now scroll down to your targeting. This is the most important part of creating an ad. I'm still going to come back in another class and go deep into this, but let me show us some things first. When it comes to targeting people, there are different areas that you must look at. So the first is the location. If what you are selling is a physical product or you're trying to do delivery, you want to be very, very sure of the location you are targeting. You really have to get this right. It's very, very important. So when it comes to the location, all you have to do is come here. I remember I once ran an ad. Okay, no, a student. I once had a student that ran an ad, and she was running the ad for a restaurant business. So they were opening a new restaurant, and they wanted people to come for the launch and the opening of the restaurant. And she did an ad. Now, This student was in Port Harcourt, and she was not careful with the location targeting. She didn't do it well. And people in Lagos, people in Abuja, people in Zamfara were seeing the ad. And somebody in Bayelsa would say, somebody in Kaduna would say, send me the address. How do I locate your restaurant and all that? So she ended up burning money on adverts, and she was not able to get what she paid for. So it's very important that we get the targeting right. Our targeting must be right. All right, so let's go. So for location, you can say you're putting in, take for example, I'm using Lagos. So this ad now will be targeting Lagos, Nigeria. But it does not end there. So typing Lagos and leaving it there does not mean I have been able to target the precise place. Now, if you come up here, you would see that there are categories, and the categories says people living or recently in this location. That's the first category of people. People living or currently in this location. So the next is people living in this location. So I most likely want to use this because people currently in this location might mean that they are there right now, but they might be living at any point. People recently in this location. So people traveling this location. So maybe you have a restaurant on the highway. This might be a good, maybe you have a restaurant on the highway. This might be a good thing for you to target people traveling this location. So you want to be very, very sure of that. So targeting the right location is very, very important. Now, let's say Lagos is too big. You have a local business in a very small place, a very small remote area. You're trying to get people to call you to visit your store. How do you get to target people just around that small place? Maybe a small local government or so. Let me cancel Lagos and show you some other things. So let's say I want to target, there's a particular school of journalism in Ogba, Ikeja. Let me say Nigerian Nigerian or National School of Journalism. Okay, let me just use this law school, for example. Okay, I am targeting the law school area. Now, the way you want to do it to make sure that you are doing this targeting right is to come up here. That's for a local store that is in a physical location. You are not targeting the whole state. Come up here and look at this radius. So right now, we are running a 2 kilometers radius from that specific school, law school. So it's only people around that law school, 2 kilometers from that law school, that can see this ad. So I can increase it to 12, 13, 14, whatever. But while I am increasing it, the good thing is I can zoom in this map. I can zoom in this map so that I can know the specific areas I am targeting. So like if you see this one now, it's somewhere close to Enugu. So this should be the law school around Enugu. So I want to be sure that I am targeting the specific place. Are we together, please? So for location, that's that on location. It's very important, especially for people that are selling physical products or physical stores. It's very important that you get the location right. All right, so the next one is the age bracket. Now, I have something very important to say here. You see, when it comes to this age, many people get it wrong. Many people get it wrong. So some people feel like, okay, the product I'm selling is for people between the ages of 18 to 35. This is not a product for old people. But how many of us here know, or how many of us here have gone to Facebook and you saw a friend that you went to secondary school together, and when you check that person's age on Facebook, you are seeing 120 years old. Many Nigerians don't put their real age on their Facebook account. So they don't put their real age. And this is where that Facebook get that particular data from. The data that they use to determine the age bracket you are targeting, they get it from when people are creating their account, the ages that they fill there. So for the age, leave it at 18 to 65. Let other things qualify the people. Leave it as 18 to 65 plus. Leave it there. Let other things qualify the people, not the age. People, many, especially in Nigeria, 70% of the people on Facebook don't use their real ages. I've run ads before that most of the people that bought that package that I was selling, they were people that were between the ages of 50 upward. But then when these people started entering the class, I was seeing young people. So it's very important that we get that, note that. All right, so the next is gender. So you can edit the gender. If what you are selling is for men, you choose men. If it's for both, use all. Then after that, the next is the detailed targeting. This is where the magic is done. All right, so I'm going to spend a few minutes to talk about this. Then in another class, I'm still going to come back here and talk about this. It's very, very important. So the detailed targeting is where when you have done your target market research, is where you now start filling this part according to your target market research. Now, let me remind you, there is no product for everybody. There's absolutely no product for everybody. Even water. Even water. There are different types of water. There's bottled water, there is pure water, there's the water dispenser and all that. There's even stream water for some people in Nigeria. So it's very important that we know that there's no product for everybody, and you want to be able to get your targeting right. It's important that you get your targeting right. All right, so for the detailed targeting, let's say, for example, what I'm selling is maybe I want to target people that are interested in digital marketing. So people that are trying to sell. So all I just have to do is come here and type digital marketing. So I've gotten digital marketing based on interest. So if I click on suggestion, it's going to show me other things other areas that are related to the area I have filled in initially. So right now it's showing me social media marketing, online advertising, advertising, marketing, and all that. So you can choose some of this if it relates to your customer avatar that you have already done your research about. I'm going to talk about that in another class, how to get your customer avatar. All right, so now once you have gotten this, you want to be able to, narrow this down, especially if you are trying to target a particular type of people. So so you can narrow it down by anything. But most times, many people narrow it down by something we call engaged shoppers. Engaged shoppers. So engaged shopper is a behavioral category for people that has bought product or service on Facebook recently. So people that clicked on the buy now button, so these people, they have the culture of buying. They are not people that will stress you. They are people that they once in a while put out their credit card to buy a product or service online. So if you are doing an ad that you are trying to sell straight out of the gate, you can use the engaged shoppers method. So I think it works really well. All right. So now, what have we done here? How many of us can remember this from mathematics? Okay, so just so I warn you, there's a lot of mathematics in selling online. We're still going to go into that. All right. So this is a set. And what we have been able to achieve here is that these people we are targeting share two characteristics. So the first is they are people that they like, they're interested in digital marketing, they're interested in online advertising, social media marketing, and they are also engaged shoppers. They are also people that have the culture of buying online. So this helps our ad to be more tailored towards people that are likely to take action. Sorry, please. So they are more likely to take action. All right. So with that said, that's that about the detailed targeting. I'm still going to come back there and give us some more tips after when we understand how to do target market research and some other things. All right. So you see this box here, reach people beyond your detailed targeting section to improve performance. If you click on this box, what you have just done is you have altered all what you have set up as targeting. You have scattered everything. The only time you are permitted to allow your ad reach people beyond the performance is when you are running conversion ads. Now, because the algorithm of Facebook is the one working for you when you're running conversion ads. It's not about your targeting. It's more of them using something we call the lookalike audience. Let me explain how that works. Remember when we started this class, I told you that Facebook has about 2 million data points on each person. Now, those 2 million data points they have on people, they use it to match data. If Samuel takes action on a particular product, just like he did on this particular class, they are going to be showing that ad to people that have the same characteristics with Samuel. That's what they do in the conversion ads. They're going to be showing that characteristic to people like him. If another person from those people buys, what would they do? They would now check the things that are common in between two of them. They are going to merge that together and also use that to start reaching out for a new set of people. So every conversion ads gets better by the day. So I've done a conversion ad before that was converting 5 people per day on the first day. By the second day, it was converting 22. By the 3rd to 4th day, it was converting like 56, 70 something. So that's how conversion ads work. And you should only use this, click this box if you are running the conversion objective. But right now we are using traffic, so we don't want to do that. Then we are going to move to the next part. So the next part is where we're going to be talking about the placement. Where are your ads going to show? So we have two types of placement. We have the automatic placement and we have the manual placement. So if you click on the manual placement, what happens is that it's going to show you where all your ads can show. Now, let me give you this tip now. Earlier, when I started doing Facebook ads, I used to use this also as a targeting tool. You can also, depending on what you are selling, you might also want to use it. So using this method, first of all, you can decide where your ad shows. So there are 4 places basically that Facebook ad shows. It shows on Facebook, it shows on Audience Network, it shows on Instagram, and it shows on Messenger. What is Audience Network? Many of us don't know what Audience Network is. Audience networks are individual apps, third-party apps that are registered with Facebook so that adverts can show on their platforms and Facebook can pay them. So apps like AudioMark, Boomplay, WPS Office, normal apps that people use to do things on their phone, Facebook ads show there. So if you use any of these apps, you will testify that you might be using the ad once in a while, you see an ad. If you click on, there's a small part on that ad. If you click on it, it will show you where the ads are coming from. So many of them are Facebook ads. So your ads can also show on Audience Network. So it's cool, so cool that you can even off Facebook and Instagram and say your ads should show only on Audience Network. You can say, okay, you want your ads to show on Facebook and Audience Network. You can say you want your ads to show on only Instagram. If you feel like Instagram is the best place to get the kind of people that you're looking for, you can use only Instagram. Are we together? So even inside Instagram or Facebook, you can choose the places you want the ad to show. You can show your ad on feed, on marketplace, video feeds, column, Instagram Explore. I've done an ad before that I was only showing that ad on only Instagram Explore. So let's say, for example, you run comedy skits or you're an actor or something. You can allow your ads to show only on Explore when people are checking the Explore. You can allow your ads to show on only Instagram feeds and all that. So these are some of the things that you can do to get those massive exposure on this platform. All right, so look at this. So there's feed, there's story, there's Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels works like, we're going to come to that. I'm going to talk about that in another class. Let me not divert. All right, so so there are all these places you can run your ads. Now back to the tip I said I wanted to give you. You can also target the kind of devices that should see your ad. So if you come here, you can see, if you click on edit devices, so your ads can be seen only on mobile phones, or it can be seen on desktop, or it can be seen on both. So sometimes, depending on the offer, so let's say, for example, I'm trying to, maybe I'm doing like a skit. I'm trying to push like all those kind of content. You might not want to use both. So depending on the content you are pushing out. Depending on what you are pushing out. Okay, so you want to know why your ads follow you around. Ads follow you around because of something we call the Facebook pixel. We're going to be looking at that when we're talking about conversion ads. Facebook pixel, there's a piece of code embedded on a page that you're going to take action. Now, they use something we call retargeting ads. It is this retargeting ads that gets to follow you around until you take action on the offer that they're trying to give you. So let's go. So the next part after placement is optimization and ad delivery. So in a traffic ad, you can decide that your ad should show up on landing pages. It should show up on. So you can be optimizing for landing page views, or links, or impressions, or daily reach. The best to optimize for here is landing page views or clicks. Even if you are using WhatsApp, the best to use is one of these two. One of these two, as long as you are. So that's the best. All right. So that's where the whole part stops for conversion ads. So for traffic ads. So the next is, let's click on next. So if we click on next now, it takes us to where we put in our ad creative. So here we can put in our ad creative. Our ad creative. So what do we do when we are putting in our ad creative? You choose, number one, I told you that every Facebook ad runs on a page. So the first thing you want to do before you start any advert is to create a Facebook page. So that page you have created, you would choose the page you want to run the ad with here. So let's take, for example, I'm running this ad from Hydra DMA's page. The page is going to show up here. Now, this page is already connected to the Instagram. So that's why you can see it like this. So if it has not been connected before, let me check if I have any page that has not been connected to Instagram on this account. Okay, all these pages have been connected to Instagram. All of them have been connected. So if it has not been connected to Instagram, you would see connect to Instagram somewhere around here. So I'm going to show you. So you just click on it. It's going to ask you for the Instagram password and the username and password. You put in the username and password, then both the Instagram and the Facebook are going to be connected. All right. So the essence of connecting both Facebook and Instagram together is so that your ads can run concurrently on both Facebook and Instagram at the same time. The ads run together. All right. So with that said, after you have linked your Facebook and Instagram together, the next thing you want to do is to choose your ad setup. So are you going to be putting a single image? Are you going to be using a cross-sell? Are you going to be using a collection? Which of these are you going to be using? So you choose one of them. So a cross-sell is a group of images. You know the ones that people flick through? That's a cross-sell. All right. So the next is the ad creative. What are you going to be using? So what are you going to be using for the ad? What graphics are you going to be using, or video are you going to be using? So if you click here now, you can add an image or video. So first, it can show you all the things you can use. So these are some of the pictures I have used for ads that I'm currently running. So I can pick any of them and use them for the ad, or I can click on upload. Then I can choose any of these from my computer. So let's take, for example, I am using this for my ad. So if I click on it now and say next, all right, so the next is your primary text. So your primary text is basically that text, that copywriting that you have created, that offer that you have created to convince people on what the offer you're putting out. That's what you're going to be writing it. So for example, let me just quickly paste one of the ones I've used before. Okay, so you can see my offer has entered there, my write-up. So I've written my primary text. So this is primary text up here. All right, so the next thing you want to do is to add a headline. Add a headline. So the headline is basically you calling out your offer. You calling out your offer is what is the headline. So after that, you might want to add a short description. This is optional. It's optional. You can add it or not. Then after that, you want to put in the link where you are trying to drive people to. So you want to put in the link. So the link you're trying to take people to, you just have to put it here. So let me say, for example, I'm taking them to a WhatsApp link. So I will just say, so you see, so I'm taking them to, all right. So it's showing me an error message that if my destination is WhatsApp, I should try WhatsApp. So you can put in the landing page. Let me just use Hydra DMA. Okay. So we have that set. So after you're putting where you're trying to drive them to, the next thing you want to do is to choose on your action button. So you can use any of these. You can use apply now, book now, contact us, download, get offer, quote, learn more. Learn more is the most popular one. So you can use that. You can use any of them. And the last is when you are done with all this setup, then you come here and click on publish. Publish. All right. Now, if you look at this account, you would see something here where it's saying Pixel ID. Pixel ID. So that if you have not added a Facebook Pixel to your ad account, you would not see that. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So all you have to do now is click on publish, and once you click on publish, your ad is live, and you have successfully created your first ad campaign. So it's as simple as that, creating your first ad campaign with a traffic objective. It's as simple as that. So in the next class, I'm going to be talking about conversion ads, how to run conversion ads, and how to make Facebook ads effective. What makes Facebook ads effective? And I'm also going to be talking about using the Facebook Pixel, retargeting, and all those things. We're going to be talking about all that in the next class. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. And we're going to be ending this section here today.